Welcome in. So today you're going to learn to play a snare break. It's going to be Blue Devils 2011 and it goes just like this. So this is a fast one, right? I'm going to break it down bit bar by bar. You'll be able to play this by the end. At the end, I'm going to play it slow, medium, and fast. The fast one is pretty insanely fast, all right? If you can get the medium one, just keep pushing daily till you can get the speed that you're after. Let's jump straight in on that first bar. First bar, we've literally just got this. So rim shot with an eighth note to follow it, and then 2 taps, and then a paradiddle. Now the paradiddle has got a tenuto written on there. That's that little line that goes across like this. That in music for other instruments means slightly different things. So marching drumming, we've started to use that more and more for basically kind of a semi-accent, or a drop accent. So if I'm playing, say, paradiddles like this, it's definitely one accent followed by lots of quiet ones. When it's written on the second line of that, what they're basically after is a bit of a drop. So it's kind of a medium accent. Now, why would they do that? Well, at speed, when we're playing this, we need the momentum off that left stick to keep it up. It's very hard to come in at that level, all right? So, tenuto, you're going to see those lots in this particular break. So that first bar, let's do it with the Met. This one, we're working towards about 175, maybe 180. We're going to start way down 135. 2, 3, 4. And. Right, let's have a look at that second bar. So you can see, we suddenly drop in some flams in there. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Again, those 2 tenutos are not saying it's just a drop single. Now they actually play that very low. So all of these singles, you saw at the start, all of that's going to be quite low, right? So think more like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Let's do that with the Met. 2, 3, 4. And. Right, you ready for the whole line? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Do last one. This next part then, these little kind of stutter presses. In marching drum, we have a technique called speedo, and speedo is loosely explained as kind of locking our wrists a little bit, having a little bit of a squeeze here in the fulcrum, and using a little bit more arm for this kind of motion as opposed to. Well, this part here is going to need these low little speedo motions to get these quick doubles. Now, what I'm doing there is I'm having a little bit of tension in my fulcrum here. I'm just very low playing doubles. Now, to practice that, the best way to do it is just to play it with buzzes, but we don't want this. You want to squeeze a little bit more and stop the stick completely. Then as you loosen off, you start to figure out just the right squeeze to get those doubles. Now the phrasing of this then, you can see I've written it as a bar of 3, and then a bar of 2. Well, the reason is that basically goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and out. The first bar we can see I've written it as I've written it as 6s, so you can see all of the gaps. So if we change it to quarter note triplets, we're going to get like 1 triplet, da 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 da, 1 triplet, da 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 da, which is essentially going 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, stop. 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, stop. What we're doing is we put those lefts on our leg. 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, stop. 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, stop. And then what we're doing is that 3 under stop, we're actually going putting the lefts in. So we get 1 under, 2 under, 1 under, 2 under, or it'll make more sense right now with the metronome. 2, 3, 4. Now we play 2 back to back. 2, 3, 4. Now what we're then doing is the stutters. 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. What we're after there is when we do the stutters then, it's not like a random right, there's an actual pace to it. The pace would be the same pace as if the drummers were playing, or tap roll really. If you play that, put your left on your leg, and that's the speed. So, again, these at pace, real low. End of that bar, we get a pattern that goes with diddles, with no diddles, 1, 2, under 3, 1, 2, under 1, ba ba da ba da ba ba. We're rolling it. This transition, the next section, actually goes into a roll again. So keep that in mind, ready for when you play the whole thing. So the whole of that line slow will go, and we'll try that with a met. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Okay, final line. We start off with an interesting roll pattern, right? It sounds like this. And what we're physically playing there is groupings of 5 notes. And what we're doing is taking the first 2 notes and we're putting diddles on them. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, then we switch to the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first thing you've got to make sure you can do is physically play those without thinking about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what we're going to do is we're going to accentuate those. You can see on the notation I've written it as accents, but if they don't want, or at least that's not what they got when they were playing it crazy fast. Just a little bit of weight into those rolls. If we do that a metronome, you can figure out the timing. And. Now this particular pattern continues to roll. So practice to there. Next up, we get a right-handed and a left-handed pattern. It is basically 2 single strokes, right, left, and then a windmill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, windmill, 1, 2, windmill, 1, 2, windmill, 1, 2. Now these are pretty quick. But on the second one, we get that little 5 stroke. Well, that's basically part of this, the windmill still. And then the ending basically does this. We hit the right hand, turn the left hand to kind of mute the drum a little bit. I think they catch the rim if I remember correctly. And then bang, we're slicing that rim shot. So it's just going to go, what's that? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. So that last part. So we'll just play that bit on its own with that met. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Whole of that line. Three, 4. Last time. And before we play the whole thing, some of you are going to need to practice the line that we've just done, but linking it back up to the line above because the roll continues. through that little transition, right? But I'll let you do that on your own. I'm going to play the whole thing. We're aiming at something like 175, maybe even 180, right? I think I'm going to play at 175 today, right? We'll go 135, 155, 175, okay? 135 is a bit up too slow, right? Hang in there. I'll play it. Just copy me. At least it'll get in your head. 155 is going to be a bit more realistic. So here's the 135 all the way through. So 1, 2. One, two, three, four. Let's try it 155. Okay, 1, 2. Again, 2, 3, 4. Let's go for it there. 175. Right, the fast bit is going to be that roll at the end. Real push, right? Low. Speedo. 1, 2. I was a bit slow on that roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take that one. That, my friends, is how to play Blue Devils 2011 snare break. Again, like I always say, right, speed will come, right? If you can't play this at 175 yet, don't worry, right? I couldn't play at 175 a couple of days ago, right? It's going to take rep, 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 rep. The biggest thing is what slows us down is not our hands at all. It's actually up here. It's how fast I can comprehend what's coming up. Often in these lessons, you won't know this, but right behind there is a computer screen. And sometimes when I read it, I play it worse than if I actually just stop looking at the screen and play it. And you're going to find that once you memorize something, you can comprehend it a little bit faster and the hands will play it a little bit quicker. If you're enjoying these lessons, please do me a favor. Or if you've gotten anything out of any of these lessons ever, please give me a subscribe. Please hit the like button. Keep leaving the comments. Let me know stuff you want me to look at. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson real soon. Thanks for watching.